Hi guys, hey. It's Friday night. Oh no, I'm shaking already. I'm just going to what roller seat because I am a bit well, I'll not tell you why, but some of them people that come in this chat here, like put pressure. Put a link to your stream. So, not blaming anybody. So I put 8 o'clock. But because I put it early, I'd done it early. I don't know. So 8 o'clock's ended up 20 past. So you went stream if you're there because I'm not late yet. This is why I can't give definite times me because I do a lot of fucking about. Right, here we go. Like on this one, we've got Hey Slinks, Jess, Super Bluffer. Oh, thank you, Super Bluffer. Thank you, Hannah. Happy. Hey, Twinner. 20, la 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 la, 20. Keely. Hi, Peanut. Are we all okay? Hi, Rich. I'm just scrolling along. Wait, so I'm trying. Have I not swore yet, Pete? 7 seconds. Let me know when I can. Hi, John. Hi, Hannah. Let me know when I can swear. I've got all. I've got some new lights there, and I've got some. They run. I don't know if you can see there. They run all the way around as well. So I've had to try it with my light on up there and my light off, and it. I've got some lights in them flowers there, but I forgot to get the batteries. For Bratton, because you can't see that pink streak over the flowers there. Sure, you like the LED at Sheen, £3. Oh, and today's t-shirt is it? No, it's Sheen approved. Today's t-shirt is. If my mates don't say it, my face will. Sponsored by Sheen. Oh, for God's sake! I don't know where I'm going. What I should do is just start standing up. Just start. I'm all over show. I'm falling off and everything now. Oh, for God's sake! This is because I've only got little legs. I have got. My chair here actually has a. This is my swizzle chair. It has a thing what you pull out, and it's supposed to be your leg rest, but I use it as put my feet up and use it as a footrest like that, so I can lean on my knees. And when I'm trying to get on it, it gets in the way. When I'm trying, I'm fucked now. I'm only trying to get on my chair. I'm not good. I'm unfit, Grace. Wrestling with you. Oh, balls. I forgot my brie. 1 minute. I'm back. Fight with chair again. We'll push it in first. And then then climb on it. Like that. There we go. Hi, Reese. Hi. Anybody else coming my but balls and brew. Nice cup of balls. So, well, Where's that Colette anyway? Colette! Somebody go and find that Colette. Well, we remember Simcast, don't we? Simmer. Simmer. She's lovely. I do like her. She's very Mills and Boone. And she's very sweet. She's a really sweet lady. And I do genuinely like her. That's why when she was having that testic balls. When she was having that to and fro thing with Scott, we thought there was something. We thought love was in the air. Batty under. Thanks, John. Yeah. And then he went under comments in the comment section and said he worked with speak to her under the comment section again to send her an email. So I thought, I genuinely thought if there's something between them, I don't want me giving, you know what I mean? So I didn't do any more on Simmy then. I didn't. Well, I weren't picking on her anyway. She says that I weren't picking on her. I was just, and she knew it was all tongue in cheek, and we were just having fun anyway, because she's not up fucking tight like Scott and can't see a joke when it is a joke, because she's nice. But I got told, I got told she'd been on about me on here. I've not seen it yet. The reason I've not watched it is because I wanted to watch it on here with you lot. So I don't know what she's going to say, what she's going to do. Can you get on? Are you on the buzz? Are you buzzing? Buzzing around. Yeah, so Christ. That went down one go. Oh, and Claire, you better get your ass here because I'm doing simmer, and I've even got bats on for you, Claire, tonight because you like Halloween. So I've got bats and I've got some other Halloweeny stuff for you. So get your ass in here, Colette, wherever you are. Hi, Foo. Hello, Foo Kit. Skirt got his heart set on a girl that works in the local restaurant. Good luck with that, son. Has he? Is he following? Is she younger? Is she young? Does she look young? Ah. Yeah, I've been shopping like a billionaire. Oh no, you're talking to Jess there, Reese, ain't you? Not me. Or have I been shopping like a bill? Yeah, I've been shopping like a billionaire. I thought you meant Jess because she's on her way home. She's been shopping like a billionaire. I've been shopping on Shein like a billionaire with these, these £2 for bats. Yeah. Oh, me on TV. Me on TV. Yeah. No, I've been on Shein. I've been on Shein today. Well, to the week. I keep going back on Shein now though because I get me orders quicker. So what Shein started doing, they've got warehouses over here now, and so if you buy something and it's like on the UK in the UK warehouse, it only takes a couple of days to come. Where if it's overseas, it can take up to 9 days. He's doing a sex tour. Now I don't know. I don't want to know your filth. I'm not that way. I'm not that way inclined. No filth. No filth in my chat, please. Yeah, I'm only joking. Talk is pure filth as well. It was either well, if it was a young lady, it was hardly me, Reese, because I'm an old bitch. Does it, John? Timu's got a wear race in the UK. Oh, John, don't be telling me that, love. Oh, I like to have a look at that. Because that can only take, if that's the case, then that can only take a couple of days. It was a Scorpio Reese as well, a Scorpio one of the sheen bags, wasn't it? Somebody did message it, man, but it weren't, it weren't me. It weren't me. Yeah, it was Scott. Scott's a girl. Yeah, she'll be shopping like a zillionaire, won't she, after that Scott? I bet she put it in herself, didn't she? I'd have thought it was somewhere better. Another big shop, better shop, put it in than Sheen, wouldn't you? Read about that apparently it's in Stratford, is it? Is it really? Because I am told you, I am gullible sometimes, and I will, I will believe some of the shit you come out with. I don't know what. Oh, you can't tell, innit? That's a bit bright as well. I hope he come home last night after his granda day. That's it. That's the joke I was having with somebody. The joke was me hubby only got home. He went out for he nipped out for a meeting at tea time, so I didn't have to do his tea last night. And he said I've had as well as have my tea while I saved me cooking, which was good of him. And he only got home late, so I was taking piss saying it. He'd been out on a date with somebody off ground. Because that's what we do. See, we can laugh at ourselves. So I forgot what I was on about now. You're not joking about Timu, but anything else? So Timu's really got a UK thing, yeah. And anything else you say, you're joking with, right? Oh, so Peanut was joking. It was Stratford, right? Right. I'm with. Told you. I'm not. I'm not with. I don't. I'm not with the program. Not with the program today. Can you hear my dogs? My hubby's just been run out of dog food. No, they normally get fed at 7 o'clock. So that's another reason I was a bit late because I was hanging on him coming back from shop, but it was getting because he's one of them. I'll just nip, and it can be gone 4 or 5 hours. Uh, should we get on with this then? Bit warm in here. Bit warm in here. I've not got my eating on either though. I've turned that off. Right. Should we have a look? Should we have a look? It's only 15 minutes long. This anyway.
Online friends, who can we trust? This will be the main theme of my podcast today. I was having a lovely conversation with Tosha the other day, and it was actually really nice, and I agreed with some of the things that she said. But it's been a long time since me and Tosha.
Is that Lola or is it me? Is it my ears?
Had like really long conversations. Tosha and I had a fallout well over a year ago, and I was never going to speak to her again. I was never going to speak to her again. But after a while, over time, and I think it's partly because of Bam's constant ranting, after a while, I began to really appreciate Tosha's soothing voice and her calm appeal, and her self-assured manner. I do think that Tosha is naive when it comes on to certain people and certain things, but there's no harm in that necessarily. I don't hold any grudges against her. I currently have no grudges against her, and I actually agree with some of the things that she said. And she actually made a community post the other day, and I really agreed with a lot of the things that she said.
Has Tasha made it? No, I do like Tasha. So yeah, Tasha's cartoon lady, and I do like Tasha, and I do like her voice. I do think she's got I don't know. It's like she's like country, isn't she? She's a little bit country. I think it's because she sounds like a bit Dolly Parton to me, and I love Dolly Parton. But I do genuinely because she has sent me messages under me comments under my, and she's always dead sweet, dead polite, and I do think she's lovely as well. I do.
She also mentioned Scott, which is a subject or a topic that I haven't discussed on my channel for quite a while, and I've purposefully done that. And that's partly because I don't want to get involved in the drama, and it's also partly because I've been watching silently on the sidelines and formulating my own opinions, and I want to see what other things are going to be unveiled and revealed.
Ah, so she's not, doesn't want to get. I've just started, Claire. Claire, I've got bats on as well for you, love. Right. She's just been watching. She's not been getting involved. She's just been watching from the sideline. But now she's getting involved. So what she's been doing, yeah. She's been, after she got involved last time. Well, she didn't get involved. I had a little bit of fun with the Scotcast thing, wasn't it? But like I said, there was no malice in that. And I did make one of the recipes of that salmon. That my husband, I don't eat salmon, but my husband said that salmon I did, that salmon was lovely. What she did. So we'll check out some of her recipes. What she does. Yeah, bad out of Eljon. So since then she's been watching from the sidelines, and has she been coming up with her? She must have been watching a bit of him and a bit of me, and coming up with her own opinion of it, rather than I miss bitch, rather than either just listening to me or just listening to Scott. She's probably doing it the healthy way then, ain't she? Have a listen to both, and I'll see where. Well, not what's sad, because there's not really any sads, but have her own opinion on what's. Recipe, would that be meatloaf? Yeah, like a bat out of hell. Yeah. Yeah, perhaps she'd had enough. Yeah, but I don't know. I'd had enough of what, because nobody's.
Yeah, just put these dog balls out. I filled them up. I don't know which way to go.
Right. Okay. 1 minute. Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. He doesn't know. Um. 2 minutes.
You tell me that my friends are false, or any of yours looks real. You are the wolf that's hypocrite. Do you know how I feel? How can you say I'm worth me love? How can you turn your back and tell me what your mind's made of? I'll tell you what I see. I see a bitch, one who tries to control me. I see a bitch, one who won't leave me be. Can you see me? Not caring what you think. Can you hear me? Your ship is gonna sink. You must really hate me, because I'm not like you. You never try to understand me. You think I have no clue. I see a bitch, one who tries to.
That's Slinky's doing today, guys. That's so go and give that a watch. Go and give it a watch. Right, we can chill now. Dogs are fed. No, because the dogs, they get fed in a certain. I set the balls out, and then they get fed in a certain way around kitchen, and they know who's is what, but he gets confused with who's first and who's last and all that. So they sorted. They're done now. He put the food out, but I just put the balls down. Yeah. Hello, Nobed. Hi, Nobed. We're just watching a bit of. You can't see Miss Bitch. If you look at top there, see where it click on the thing. and make sure it says live chat. If somebody says hi to somebody you can't see, and make sure you've got live chat there. There's normally, and I think if you're on a mobile or something, there's not them three dots, there's three like lines at side. So if you click on that, that's where it normally comes up. That's if you're on a mobile or a iPad or something. You don't have the option, it's disappeared. I don't. That's where it normally. I don't know. That's where it. That's where it normally is. But like I said, there's on my iPad. It's three, not them three dots, but it's three lines that goes across, and I click on them, and it gives you that option there, and then make sure it's on live and not top chat, live chat, live chat, live chat, live chat. Slinks is never live. See all messages. We'll get back to. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, sweetheart. Have you stopped laughing yet, Suzanne? You've been laughing all week. She sent me a message but says she rewatched that Willard stuff. Because of her working hours. It was where your hours ever at work. She was like 3 o'clock in the morning and she was laughing dead like she said. Right, we'll get back to this then.
Revealed. I'm not necessarily surprised about the things that I've been seeing and hearing completely. But one of the reasons why Scott and I had like a fallout is because of Andy. And it's because he didn't want me to talk to her at all. He doesn't like her, didn't want me to speak to her.
So they did fall out because of me. But it's not like being similar like friends like that. I don't actually know the lady. I don't know her. I was making fun at Scott because he was saying he wrote her a song and that auntie or something. So it was Scott where I was poking fun at, but then he had he didn't like that she'd spoke to me. How controlling is that? Yeah, I thought you might like you didn't. Obviously, when it says on the thing, Simcast React, you didn't know what I'm doing. Sorry about. Bye, honey.
And my stance was I don't really want to. I don't want there to be any problems or issues with my fellow creators. I want to get along with everyone as much as I possibly can. And I made the mistake of being friendly with Andy, and Scott didn't take it well. And I haven't.
See, but being friendly with Scott didn't bother me. Did it? Like I say, you can be friends with who you want. But Scott threw an hissy fit because we were speaking to each other only in comments underneath though. Not like behind. Hi Susan. Not like behind scenes or anything. He threw his toes out from Nina.
An opinion on what's been going on and the things that she's been showing on her channel, but I've decided to remain silent about it for the moment because I didn't want to ignite any more flames and I didn't want to really get into the drama. But I do have an opinion on all of it. And actually, it was Tosha, who some people refer to as the loon. I've never referred to her as that, and I will never be disrespectful to her that way. I respect that she has a family. I respect that she's a mother.
He refers to Tosha as the loon. I've never heard that. Hey, Johnny. Well, that's not nice if people say that about her because she's sweet, Tosha. But I've never heard that. But like I say, I'm not constantly all over the internet, so I don't know what goes on.
And I respect her to a certain extent. Now, I was really not quite nice to Tosha when we had a fallout. I wasn't particularly nice to her when we did fall out. But I've moved on from that. And she actually brought up Scott in a recent conversation that we were having. And she said, she believes that Scott has brought a lot of grief on himself for the way he handled the former mods.
Well, he has, yeah. And then just lied and slagged everyone off. And I keep repeating myself, it's not like I just woke up one day, come on here and thought, oh, I'll have a go at Scott. I was just fighting back. But yeah, he twists it and says it was all me because he's a knob.
And taking his AD criticism too far. I've got an opinion on all that. That's her opinion. That's what she claimed. And it actually triggered this podcast. My feeling about it is that I am so glad that I made the decision not to be involved in Scott's live streams. I'm so glad that I made the decision not to be involved in his live streams. And I'm so glad that I have no desire to be a mod for his channel. And that's a huge part of that is because of what I've seen with him and his former mods and the fallout between them. I'm so glad that I never got involved because, like I said, I want to have a decent relationship with my fellow YouTubers, fellow creators, as much as I possibly can. I can't like everybody. I'm not going to like everyone. Not everyone's going to like me. But I really don't want to be involved in drama with other creators or other YouTubers, whether they're doing this casually or seriously, whatever.
Sorry, Sylvia, I'm not laughing at you. She wants to get on with her fellow creators and doesn't want to be involved in drama, but being involved in drama. And but everybody's entitled to an opinion, so. But if you say you don't want to be involved in drama and then you come on and do a stream about what you think's drama, being involved in it, getting involved in it.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm so glad that I made the decision never, ever to appear in any of Scott's live streams, despite the fact that he has asked me to come on his channel quite a few times. I've already said why I will never appear on his channel.
Yeah, he has asked to fuck go on.
But, I do have an opinion on everything, and I will make a video about it one day. And, I've got a lot of opinions on it, put it that way. Now, since our little fallout, Scott and I do get along. We will say hi to each other every now and again. He wrote a comment on my channel about AD a few weeks ago, a comment that I didn't agree with, when he was talking about AD, and I'll talk about that more another time. But Scott's one of these people that I'm going to get this out of the way first.
But Simmy, if you've wrote a comment and you've not agreed with him, he's not going like that, Simmy. He doesn't like people disagreeing with him. So just word of warning, just watch yourself for that, because if you disagree with him, he does turn on you. And you can't say you've not seen that with your own eyes, because he has, not necessarily us, but people in his chat who's had an opinion and he's just blocked them for having their own opinion.
Because he's gonna watch this and he's gonna take into account everything that I say, and some things are gonna bother him. Okay, Scott is extremely controlling. If he tells me not to talk to somebody, that means he expects me not to speak to them, and I can even show you examples of this.
If he say
with his own voice, with his own material, he's controlling. He's also loving, protective. What else?
An arsehole, a wanker, an idiot, angry wanking all the time. What else is there? A girl. Why does he use that girl? We still don't know. Scott, why do you use that girl emoji like that? That's what I want to know. Fess up.
He's controlling, but he's also loving and protective. He's written the most beautiful love song for me. It is the best.
But Simmy, what you don't get is that was to get you on side. That he's a manipulator. That's what he is. He manipulates. He wrote a song like what he's doing in Vicky Marie's chat now, going over there, being up her ass, where he was slagging Vicky Marie off before. And now he's trying to get her on side because obviously he's got detractors now. So that's what he does. He goes round to people's chats and tries to get them on side. He wrote you a love song to try and get you on side. That's all.
Song. He's song winner as far as I'm concerned. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but I do understand and I do know that as loving as he can be is as opposite as he can be. He can turn from loving to nasty if he doesn't get his own way.
Well, exactly. What sort of a? Oh yeah, did he write it or was it AI? It was AI written, wasn't it? What sort of a person does that? Does love in 1 minute and nasty next minute? A psychopath. A psychopath.
He will have a tantrum, and that's exactly what he did with me. So I know that there's a very fine line of him being, like for example, he raised money for that Andrasta Wolf which I thought was a very commendable thing.
And that was manipulation. See me up my eyes, love. That was manipulation because he was thinking, oh, he's done sides, this side and his side. Andrasta weren't on sides. She was in the middle and she was watching his streams and she was watching my streams and we are friends behind the scenes. It's not just like this with me and Andrasta. We actually speak behind the scenes. And what Scott did, when she made that video, it weren't a begging video. It was to make people aware in this day and age that she had to go to a food bank. And showing that really, no, things like that shouldn't be happening. And she was doing it in a way, for say to people, it's because obviously some people can get embarrassed with things like that. But she was saying, like, this month I'm actually struggling, and I've had to. So it's not, if you are struggling, it's not an embarrassment having to go. That's what the food banks are there for. But on the flip side, this day and age, we shouldn't have to. That was the point of a stream. And a few of us behind the scenes did a little crowd thing, and because Slinky lives the closest to her, we said Slinky money, and she went and got food and cat food and dog foods and things, and necessities and things like that. When Scott got wind of that, he messaged her behind the scenes and give her some money, and then, but all that was to get Andrasta Wolf to say, oh, look at what a good man he is, to us lot. Yeah. But we all said, oh, that is really nice of him. But then he held it against her. And they blocked her. And he kept talking about how good of a man he was for giving it to her. And now she's done this to him. She hadn't done anything to him. She just didn't want to take sides. And he pushed her out of his own community. That's what he did. He manipulated. Made her feel bad. That's why he gave her the money. Not out of goodness of his own because he wanted something out of it. He wanted Andrasta Wolf to keep saying to us lot, oh, look, he's done this, isn't he a good man, isn't he dead good? He's really good, he's really good. But obviously it was a good thing what he did, but when you look at the big picture, it was a manipulation, so no, you're not fucking good. I've sworn, or I'm swearing. So no. So you just watch out for them little things, Simmer. Manipulation. That's what it does. It's not a loving side of him. It's who he thinks he can manipulate. And Andrasta Wolf will not be manipulated.
So he has the ability to do good. He has the ability to do better with his channels.
No, he says he has the ability to do good and give to charities and things like that, but it's to blow smoke up his own arse and say to people, look how good I am for doing this. I keep saying, if you're going to be good, just be good. You don't have to announce it to the world that you're good.
And I'm not going to go into too much of his content at the moment, but he has the ability to be a nice person and to be loving and caring and to do good. I've seen that, I've experienced that, and I've seen it with other people. But the minute that you do not follow his way, you don't walk his line, is the minute he can turn. So I'm very, very wary of that. Also, there is, even though we say hello to each other, we have a decent relationship with each other. I know that he probably still feels resentment towards me because I spoke to Andy, because I was friendly with Andy, and maybe for other things as well. He's a man. He's also somebody who has what I would call a borderline personality, and somebody with a borderline personality, Jekyll and Hyde personality. 1 minute
He's bipolar. That's what he is. He's bipolar.
They might be laughing and giggling and speaking very confidently, and the next 2 seconds or the next 2 minutes, they can go from being very confident to falling apart and just crying. So he has that type of personality. I'm very aware of that. I observe people. I'm a very observant person. So I know what he can be like. So what I'm essentially saying is I understand why Andy feels the way that she does. I'm not saying I agree with all the content that she's putting out, but I understand her grievances. And I think, and I'm not going to go into detail in this particular...
My grievances are, he attacked me. Top and bottom of it. He went on Twitch and attacked me. He slagged me off so much behind the scenes to everybody. And then when I fought back, it got even worse. What he wanted me to do was keep my mouth shut and let everybody be on his side. But he didn't realise people in this chat, they'd already left him. They'd already left his streams. They saw him before I did. They saw what he was like before I did. I was probably one at last and thought, open my eyes. Because I didn't want to believe that was the type of person he was until he started attacking me. And then I thought, I see you now. What he didn't like were people, when I was laughing and joking with them, with my streams, because the first thing I did with these case solved, I did one about what's behind the shadows or something. Having a laugh and a joke that way, but people like his chat were coming in my chat and we was all just having a laugh and a joke, and he didn't like that. And he definitely didn't like this case solved. And then he went full blown attack on me. So I'm at the end of the day, I'm sticking up for myself. It's probably carried on longer than what it was, but things, the more we look into him, the more things come out about him. And everything I say on here is not a lie. I don't tell lies. I don't need to tell lies. If I wanted to tell lies, I could have made a lot more fucking shit up, couldn't I? Than Scott's a girl. You know what I mean? There could have been a lot more content than this. Other than his Twitter account, so he follows that young leaking girl on. That's real, that's there. That's proof, that's on his Twitter feeds. The noncing in the park, he did Luke Noncer. That's real, that's there, that's on his YouTube channel. The things he said about me, they're on his Twitter accounts, they're there. Got clips of them. That's real, that's him. That's his Twitter. It's Twitch. Oh, and he says things on Twitter about me as well, so. But everything I show you and everything I say is what I've actually seen with my own eyes. Or what somebody sent me, what I've seen with my own eyes. So, this is probably why it's gone on longer than it is. But nah, I will not stop. I'm not stopping. Because he's a fucking arsehole. Top and bottom of it, he's an arsehole. And he needs just to stop what he does. Manipulating, bullying, and calling people nonces. Because he's still banging on about Alan being a nonce because he sang on Smule, where he doesn't like people saying, well, you look a bit noncy being in that park. Can't have double standards, Scott. Don't have double standards. If you look noncy sat in that park like you did, own it.
In the podcast, that will be a next one. I think she really liked Scott. I don't know whether it was platonic like or she liked him more. I don't know. She really did like him. That's what
I did really like him. I thought he was a genuine, decent guy. I did. I think that's why it probably bothered me so much, him going on Twitch and slagging me off, because I thought, why is he doing this to me when I really thought he was a nice fella? And that was genuinely liking him. So when he says that I've never liked him, that's a lie.
my belief is, and I think she feels fooled by him.
Yeah, fooled. I do.
I think that's what happened, and I think when he, unmodded her, and I think because the way he speaks about people in the way that he does, he can be very condescending. He's done it to me as well, so I know what it's like. Like I said, you've got to walk a fine line with him.
I'm not walking up. That's the difference between me and Simmer. I won't walk no fine line with him. I won't. Oh, I might not say this because he might not like it. I'll say what I want. What's in here will come out of here to him. I'll not sit back. I won't. I won't be walked all over. I won't be spoke down to. And another thing I'm sick of saying, it's a level playing field for us all. He thinks he's up here. He's not. He looks down on people. And you should never look down on anybody. What you should do is help people. And he doesn't. He's all for himself. He's selfish. That's what he is. He's fucking selfish. I'm getting wound up now.
Understand how she feels. I understand how she feels, and he has said things about her that are pretty unkind. And when you've sent somebody that much material, and when you've been nice to them, and they turn around and they do that to you, I understand how she feels. However, I do think that she's channeling her grievances against him, perhaps in the wrong direction. Not that I'm telling her what to do with her channel. I'm not doing that. She can do whatever she wants with her channel. But I think she's held on to her grievances. She's held on to the bitterness. And I don't want to be that type of a person. And
It's not bitter, and it's not bitterness though. It probably was a bit at the beginning because I thought, you fucking horrible little man, for not saying why he modded us and making. Oh, I was, because his original thing was, I'm slimlining the mods, but to slimline the mods to just Jolly because the other ones he kept didn't actually go in his chat so much. Me, Slinky, and Jess was always there, always there. So after giving 6-7 months of your time for 8-hour streams near enough every night, for him to just get up one day, go, and then unmod you and not tell you why, and say, oh, it's because I'm slimlining everything, I think was just wrong. No explanation or nothing. And Slinky did a lot of fucking work for him. It was Slinky I was more bothered about than myself. That was the one that I was really annoyed about, because I thought, I know she's helped him proper behind the scenes and she's done a lot of research for him, and and things like that. And she dedicated a hell of a lot of her time to him, and then just treat her like that. I think it's absolutely disgusting, actually. Like, oh, you're no use to me now. Bye, no use to me. So it probably was a bit better at the beginning, but now it's just now it's just fun. Now it's just my content. Now it is it is now it is what it is, isn't it? Now we have fun. Yeah. And Discord as well, Slinker. Yeah. That was like a 24-hour job, that Discord. Yeah.
that's why, even though I don't 100% trust Tosha, I'm not holding on to our past fallout. I'm not holding on to it. I want to let it go, because that's best for me. I hope that the people I've discussed in this podcast briefly understand where I'm coming from, and I hope they feel like they've been treated fairly by me. I always try to be honest. I always try to be frank. I always try my best to deal with the topics that I discuss with consideration for the person that I'm talking about, whether the person is good or bad. And there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more that I could say. There's a lot more that I will discuss later on. I just don't feel like it's been the time to do it.
Oh, Simmy, come on, do another, please. I do like other things, but you can have a back and forth with this, because I can, like she's saying, it's her opinion, it's her thing. She sat back, she's speaking in. She can actually see a bit more of. We love your channel. Last live were brilliant. It were funny, that one, Susan. Oh, we learned. Yeah. But she can actually now she's probably seen more and heard more about what's the way he is and what's going on. She can. That's what she's done. She sat back. She thought, well, I can see a little bit more. I can see. She can probably see my reasoning why I do what I do now. Which is a healthy way of doing it. If you want to say something about it. She's not just gone full boring straight away.
Podcast really came out of the inspiration for this podcast. Really came out of the fact that I'd read Tosha's recent community post and we'd had a talk. One of the things that we discussed, and it's out in the open, I can pretend that it wasn't a secret conversation. One of the things that we discussed was a mutual friend that we both have that we're no longer friends with. And like I said, I'm not in any group. So I'm not in Andy's group. I'm not in the Rusek group. And I'm certainly not in the group that I was part of, and subsequently, I wanted no part in where Bam was going at the end. She was leading a path, and I didn't want to follow it. I didn't want to follow the path that she was leading to, and we all see.
This is another one. This is another one we got dragged into, being part somewhere along the lines. I was part of Bam's crew. I'd never heard of Bam before until she started having a go at Scott, and that's how I heard about her. And them streams that she used to do, them live streams, because she never kept them up with Val. With Val, with some of the things she was saying.
She let.
She was. She was even proud that she said she pushed somebody to unalive themselves, which I thought was fucking horrible. A horrible thing to say that she laughed about it, that she pushed somebody so far they actually unalive themselves. So what must... I know Bam's dead and all that, but what must that... the person who unalive themselves, what must they thought of Bam? If it was genuine that that's what she had done. But she used to say it a lot. And she used to be like proud of it. So to me, that's a horrible, horrible, nasty person.
She allowed disdain for others to affect her very deeply. And I don't want to have anything to do with that. I don't have to like everyone. Not everyone has to like me. I hope and believe, even though I've made a lot of mistakes on YouTube in terms of people that I've become associated with, I hope that I'm making better choices. And
yeah, John, that she did. See, but what Bam used to do, she used to go on a weekend and things like that. From what I know now, and people said you could hear her opening cans and things like that and having a drink. And she used to, during the street, you couldn't. She just used to have a picture of herself on talking. She didn't you couldn't see her. And during the stream, she got nastier and nastier and nastier. And then on a few of her streams, she did, when she was getting nasty about somebody, whoever she was talking about, she'd always remind them about this person that she pushed so far that they unalive themselves. And she said, and that's things that, you know what I mean? That's things I do. That's things I'm capable of doing. You know, like I'm like a bit proud of it, which is, it's sick. It's sick to even push, you know what I mean? Push somebody so far that, knowing that somebody's obviously got issues, and knowing that your words could push them towards that way is nasty.
I hope that I've learned to make better choices. One of the choices that I made is not to be involved in Scott's live streams at all. I watch from afar. I appreciate from afar, but I don't get involved. And because I've seen what's happened with him and his ex-mods, and I don't want to be any part of that. I also learned a lot from being on Bam's live streams and participating in her live streams, and the negative effect that had on me and the negativity that followed. I don't want to be involved in anyone's live
Hi, Kesda. Hi, Kes.
streams.
Ked even. Kedsa. Even. I'll get your name right.
No matter how much, even if they ask me, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to get involved in that way. I can watch from afar. I can admire from afar, but I don't need to be all up in someone's grill. What's the other thing? And there is more to come. I do have a lot of opinions on the things that Andy did, and I think she realizes that she really made probably not the best choice to do things the way she did. And what you're seeing is she's definitely holding on to some kind of resentment where Scott is concerned. But she has the right to feel the way she does.
There's no resentment at all. There's all it is now is calling him out for what he is. You know, like he does with everybody else. I only do it one person. It's him. Then Simmy's got more to come. I love Simmy. I do. I love her. She's very diplomatic, I think.
I'm not going to ever tell her how she should feel. She has a right to feel the way that she does.
But when I actually switch off from this, I don't sit here thinking about Scott and what can I do for my next stream. Somebody will send me something and I'll have a look and I'll think, oh yeah, probably like this. I can probably get on that. Yeah. It doesn't consume my life and my world. I'm actually, if I'm not on here, I'm genuinely napping or I'm busy. I do actually have a laugh. So it's not like resentment or anything. And I'm like, oh Scott, I'm going to get you, Scott. It's not none of that. No, that would be wasted energy, wouldn't it? That would be that would actually be a waste of my life. Yeah. So this on here is just fun for everybody that comes in chat. It's a break from the norm, and it's a giggle and it's a laugh, and it's all right. Get serious sometimes because of some of the serious shit it does, like looking at young girls on Twitter, which is serious. But the rest of it's just fun, joking about. It's a break from people's norms, and they come in here and they not necessarily talk about Scott. They can talk about other things while I'm babbling on, and they have a laugh. They have a right laugh in here. Yeah.
I can understand how she may have felt played by him, and it's very possible that she was. And I thought
Yeah.
she played the game. She played into his game, maybe.
Yeah, I did. Summer, you're right. I did play into his game because I take people at face value, and my instinct at first is just believe everybody is nice, and I think that's an healthy way until they do something to you. Treat people with respect and be nice to people, and I think that's what he's done. Treated people nice and then turned on them and showed his true colours.
Maybe that's what she did do when she realized that she was fooled. But I think also, I'm not saying anything like negative on either side, but sometimes we trust people too much that we meet online, and sometimes we have to make better choices. Sometimes we have to make better choices in how we deal with things, and that includes myself. I don't always make the right choices. I've made mistakes, and I acknowledge that. I'm no saint. I'm not completely, I'm no angel. I never have pretended to be one. I've gotten involved in drama that I shouldn't have gotten involved in, and I try to learn from my mistakes so they don't happen again. And I hope that Andy has learned that, yeah, she may have liked Scott in the beginning, but she probably.
Well, I didn't learn from mistakes because I fell for it again with somebody. Well, I'm not mentioning no names, but you know who you are, who I thought was nice, and they've turned out they've not. They're not nice. They're not nice at all. That's me just taking people at face value and thinking that they're a nice person when they're not. But I think I'll always do that. I give people benefit of doubt and just I just assume, oh, because I want just people to be nice. I don't know. That might be my downfall. I might trust too much too quick because I want to believe that people are genuinely nice.
Gave too much. She probably gave too much of herself, as far as I'm concerned. Literally, literally, she gave too much of herself, and I think she really does feel like she was, she probably feels, she was played quite a bit, and she's reacting to the fact that she was played. So she's playing the game back at him. I think that is what I see that's happening, and there's a lot more that I could say.
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's not a game I'm playing, Timmy. I'm. For once, somebody's standing up to him. That's what it is, and that's what should happen. If somebody attacks you online, you need to stand up for yourself. Because, like I've showed before, this is not the first time he's attacked women online. He's done it before. He's pushed himself into the ASMR community and attacked a lady in the ASMR community. And they had back and forth comments. And then obviously that died down after only after a couple of comments because I think she just blocked him and obviously moved on with her life. But I did it through a stream. I mean, I've moved on. It's just like I said, this is just pure fun now. This is just this is for entertainment purposes only. And just entertainment. This is Friday night entertainment. Because he go does a Friday night. Does anyone still do that Nutter Watch? Where he entertains these troops that way. Yeah, so it's not like it's going too far. It's just I will forever stand up for myself. So fuck you, Scott. And he probably didn't think I would. He probably thought if he says all them nasty things about me on Twitch, that I'll just sink away and fade out, and nobody'd ever see me again. But like I've said all along, he picked on the wrong one, picking on me. Simple as. Oh, is he on now? He's a cock inner. Right, so that's that. So now do you want to see Scott's react to it? Let's have a... Why is it not flicking over? Oh, what's that? What's happening there? Wrong one. Let's try again. That one. I am. Hello, chicken. Hello, chicken nuggets. Where's that come from, Em? We're all chicken nuggets tonight. Oh, I could just eat some chicken nuggets now. Barbecue sauce. Ooh, McDonald's though. McDonald's ones. I've not. Very rare I eat McDonald's, but because I don't drink anymore. McDonald's used to be the Sunday morning, well, the Sunday afternoon go-to, didn't it? If you was hungover. But like I said, because I don't drink anymore, I don't. McDonald's is very, very rare. Should we have a look at this? This is see how it's starting off. Should we have a look how Scott reacts to it?
How trolls had a nascent, is now growing their YouTube channel, and like we're talking about trolling and modding, like how to deal with trolls and how mods work. So I used a couple of examples, and I said, a couple of things about how
this is not my connection. This is actually what it's like. This. So a lot of it you won't see you'll just hear him talking.
I remove people from our mods groups who got too much like a Stasi police, and we don't need that sort of, you don't need an ID to get into the Discord. And like, I basically, it came to a head with a thing about nudity and, what is it, like social, parameters on Discord. And I like gave a straight line and said, either you want to stand on this side or this side, which side do you want to be on? And they...
See, he's bullshitting again there already. He didn't give. There was no, do you want to be on this or on that? I do this or do that. It was just an outright. You go in his chat and you're unmodded. There was no discussion of nothing, Scott. No discussion whatsoever. So you're just blatantly fucking lying. This is what aggravates me. I hate liars. I just hate liars. And it winds me up.
They said, well, we don't like your way, we think you should be allowed to do the nudity in the Discord and all that.
We never said we think they should be allowed nudity in Discord. You never had that conversation with us. Never.
I said, okay, there you go. Like, thanks very much. They said, well, I think Slinky said she wanted to go away and think about it for a week. So I just unmodded them. I was just like, fine. We don't agree on that. You're not.
Then see, lies again. Lies.
Mods anymore. It's like really weird to think that, like, what is this thing about sending me information? Hang on, wait.
How she feels. I understand how she feels. And, he has said things about her that are pretty unkind.
I mean, I've said things about her that are pretty unkind. She runs a hate channel against me.
It's not a hate channel, Scott. This is not a hate channel against you. This is me standing up for myself, and it always has been. Because what you can't figure out is where you say you're just reacting to me. No, you attacked me online viciously attacked me, and I stood up for myself. And then you kept doing it, and I'd stand up for myself. Then you kept doing it, and I'd stand up for myself. And this is the situation we're in now, Scott. and I'm not stopping because you're vile. You're vile, vile, vile.
Saying all sorts of ludicrous lies. Like we've gone around from I was sexually abused. She didn't say it, Eddie did, but it's published on her channel, so it qualifies that she's saying it anyway. But like,
No, don't do that. Yeah, you're right. Eddie did say it. I never said. I didn't agree with Eddie. I didn't disagree with Eddie. I sat there and let Eddie speak. Because you've been bashing Eddie all the time, and I said, "Hey, do you want to come on, Eddie, and have yours, sir?" I can't control Eddie's thoughts and opinions. And I won't want to control somebody else's thoughts and opinions because I'm not like you, Scott. And just because he was on my channel and said that doesn't mean that it was me saying it. You had Eddie on your channel on Twitch, didn't you? So everything that Eddie said on there, might as well, if that's the thing, yeah, you might as well have said what Eddie said as well, then, eh? If that's how you want to do it, because you've had Eddie on. So we'll go and have a look at that Twitch thing. We'll see what Eddie said. See what. Oh, Scott, this. Yeah, Scott says this because Eddie said it on his stream. It doesn't work like that, Scott. You can't control people. You let people have their own thoughts and opinions, and it was a thought and an opinion of what Eddie thought. It's not like what you do. You think it and project it on everybody. When it's your thoughts, your nasty vile thoughts.
there's so much. It's bizarre to think that this could be characterized in this way. Go ahead.
When you've sent somebody that much material.
When you sent someone that much material, so she's saying that what Andy's done for me as a mod is to send me material, i.e. to give me fuel to bully Alan, I suppose.
Oh, well, I never did. The thing I did about Alan, I used to search when we knew he was playing poker, I used to search the poker websites for pictures to find out, see if he was there or not. And that's what I did. Weren't like really background information. It was actually what was on the poker channels. They put daily pictures on, names who had been playing, daily pictures. And when Alan said that he weren't playing poker, we used to see if we could find pictures of him actually playing poker, so we could say, "Look, you had Alan, you know," and that's what I did.
And there were things that she put in that mods Discord that I do not want to tell you what they are because I think it's crossing a line.
And that's bollocks. Only thing I put in that Discord was the pictures of Alan the poker website. What's actually on the internet for everybody to see.
And I certainly think, I don't know how she found them, but
he's a fucking liar. He doesn't know how I found them. He's trying to make out now that I found some. He's a fucking cock, innit? Honestly. Now he's trying to make out that I've been digging so deep that he doesn't know how I found it. I don't go on dark web, Scott. You do. You prick.
Use them as part of my show because they would have been crossing a line, I think, some of those things. But realistically, not much.
This is pure fucking lies. This is so sad to make me look bad. Honestly, how sad can you get that you have to lie like this to make somebody look bad because they're fucking poking fun at you?
And like supplying with material is like no, like this is a no.
That are pretty unkind. And when you send somebody that much material.
What do you mean sent someone that much material? Does she mean the naked pictures you sent me? What the fuck does she mean?
Oh, that I did.
Like there were people in the community mods group. Like, the mods group is.
They weren't naked. There was pictures of my boobs. So I've showed them. So they weren't naked.
On the Discord, like there are other mods.
Kisses all round. David's in the house. You've been looking, Hannah. Have you been looking? I hope you're having a good evening, David.
It's like there are a group of people, so like everyone would know that. Like, Simcast, on the other hand, wouldn't know because she's not part of that. So I don't think I don't know what she means about sending me that much material. Does some Andy some important like spy resource, and she's been helping me to make my stuff? Like she's not.
See now you're saying there that I've not. But 2 minutes ago he said I was sending stuff that he didn't know how I got it for to do his stream, and he thought it would cross the line. And now you're saying I've sent him something, but I've not. Make your mind up, Scott. I either did or I didn't, and I know I didn't, and you know I didn't. But at the beginning, you tried to make me look a bit bad for saying that I dig a lot and find things out about people, which I don't, because for one, I've not got fucking time to do that. I did have the time to have a look on the poker websites, to look through the pictures, just to flick through that, but I haven't got time, and I wouldn't know how to really dig deep on internet to find things out about people.
That are
Where are we going with this?
pretty unkind.
Oh, thanks, Susan. And the very nice boobs. Thank you, Hannah.
And when you've
Right,
sent
okay,
somebody
so what we're at now as well, right, is I keep pausing it now and I'm talking a lot, and there's no background music because she had to be boosted, but I need it because it's starting to stress me, is I feel like we're in sort of Alice Through the Looking Glass territory now. Like we're into some sort of delusional la la land, because we're painting a story of stuff that Simcast doesn't know anything about. And maybe she's been talking to them behind, maybe she's been talking to them like I didn't want her to, because they would manipulate her and feed her full.
She's not been talking to us, Scott, like I didn't want to see. Maybe she's been talking to them like I didn't want her to. Now that's controlling. That's manipulating. And if Simcast did speak to me behind the scenes, there'd be none of this. What I say about him on the stream, there'd be none of this conversation, because I don't do that, Scott. I don't talk to people about you behind your back. If I have something to say, I come on here and say it to you.
Full of lies, but like, where is she getting this? What is this that she's talking about?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. What she's done, Scott, she said she sat back, she's been watching us both, and this is her opinion. But obviously you'll not believe that, Scott. You think that she's been talking to people behind the scenes.
Feeding me material. Andy was feeding Alan material while she was a mod of ours.
That's a load of shit. How much more crap can he go on with? Oh, God. I was talking to Alan. I might be now. But I weren't then. And I'm not now. I'm not now, actually. No. So now this is another one that I was giving Alan information behind the scenes.
Like sending in things about me. Pretty sure of that. Pretty sure of that. She was Andy's friend. Andy was his friend first. Now she's gone back to being his friend. Like, come on, these people.
I was Alan's friend first. How childish. I watched Alan twice. So I was obviously his friend first. I watched Alan twice, and then I couldn't stand the way he was doing. It's my stream. I'll do what I want when I want. I thought, oh no, this is not for me. And then I found Scott, and I thought, oh, this is more me, more fun, more entertaining. Yeah. never spoke to Alan in my life.
Weird, like feeding me material. Okay.
said things about her that are pretty unkind. And when you've sent somebody that much material, and when you've been nice to them, and they turn around and they do that to you, I understand how she feels. However, I do think that she's channeling her grievances.
What I did to her, I unmodded her.
Against him, perhaps in the wrong direction.
No, her grievances are channeled in the right direction, directly at me. Don't you think?
See, he goes back to that. He unmodded me. Fair enough, he unmodded me. We got through the drama. Oh my God, the trauma of it. We was over it in a week, and then we all We all just started doing our own thing, and then he went full-blown attack.
Telling her what to do with her channel. I'm not doing that. She can do whatever she wants with her channel.
Who's this at top there? Andy's been feeding Simcast material by the sounds of it. Whoever you were at the top there. No, I've not. So you stop fucking telling lies as well. You're all like in that chat there. You're all, if that's what you think, you're all liars. I haven't spoke to Simcast behind any scenes or told her anything. So get a fucking grip with your lives, will you? Honestly. It's so sad, isn't it? You're all fucking sad. The lot of you sad. To think that I'm that pathetic to have a go at Scott. I'll have a go at Scott myself, just me here on my own doing this. I don't need to be emailing him, talking to anybody behind the scenes like he does about me. I don't be needing to do none of that. For the simple reason, like I keep saying, I've got a laugh other than this. This is just purely fun. Fucking hell. Honestly. But that's what they think. They think that because these YouTubers, they're on computer, they're searching things all day for things they can do for the content. I don't do that. I'm not a creator. So I don't need to search the internet and email people behind the scenes and do this and do that. I don't have to. I get on with my life during the day. Doing up with hunger and working and things like that. I don't have time for bullshit like that.
Why don't you give it a critique? Why don't you give it an overview and tell me what you think of it?
I think she's held on to her grievances. She's held on to the bitterness. And
Bitterness.
I don't
She is bitterness. Her favourite colour's yellow because she's a fucking lemon.
that type of a person.
No, yellow's, as roses go, yellow is friendship. Yellow's not because I'm a lemon, you prick. And he knows my favourite colour. And I also like red, yeah, which is the devil now. But yellow and red are friendship and love. Stop being a knobhead, Scott. And yellow is a bright, cheerful colour. That's why I like it, because it's bright and cheerful.
And that's why, even though I don't
Night, bitch. Bye, love.
100% trust Tosha,
Oh, here we go, back to Tosha.
I'm not holding on to our past fallout. I'm not holding on to it. I want to let it go because that's best for me. I hope that the people I've discussed in this podcast briefly.
What?
Are
we summing up now? You've just thrown a fucking load of matches onto the fireworks and then you're going to walk away. Is that what's happened? Andy said this behind the scenes and Scott said that to me behind the scenes and Tosha said this to me behind the scenes. And I don't mean any harm and they're all really nice people. And I'll tell you later some other stuff about what they said. And then there's not really much else to say here now. Like, what?
So she's been saying, he said then that Scott said this behind the scenes and Andy said that behind the scenes. Tosha said that. So has he been talking to her behind the scenes as well? Is that what he's trying to make out now? Because I've certainly not spoke to anybody.
What are you on about? Aren't you going to answer
If I've something said to Simmy, I'll write it in a comment under a video.
for any of the stuff you've said? Like, you've just started getting it going. The fireworks are about to go off, aren't they? I'm supposed to be reacting and all, giving it loads of fucking this and that. And I've said a couple of things, but like, come on. What I'm doing is just correcting you. Like, just fucking hell.
She's correcting her. That's what he has to do. How dare Simmy have her own opinion? He has to correct her. See, Simmy, this is what I mean, manipulation. He wants to hear your opinions and then he wants to correct you. Where I said, your opinions, you've sat back and looked at, been watching us ball, and this is your own opinion you've come to now. I'm not correcting you. I don't want to correct you. It's up to you. He wants to correct you. Get my spoon out. I'll just stir that pot. See, I'll do it like this, me, Scott. I'll do it to your face, me. Yeah. Look what he's been reduced to. Tragic, innit? So tragic. Rufus' son is on. Yeah, Rufus' son is the petrol.
Oh, I love this.
Understand
they
where I'm
loves
coming
it.
from, and I hope they feel like they've been treated fairly
Yeah,
by me.
I feel
always
like
try
I've
to
been
be
treated fairly when you said I was controlling.
So he has to have an opinion on that. That's her opinion. If she thinks you're controlling, Scott, that's what she thinks of you. But she said she thinks I'm better. so what? Get a grip. It's her opinion of what she sees. What's that? What's that laugh? What is that? That laugh does make me laugh. It's just a fake laugh, that.
honest. I always try to be frank. I always try my best to deal with the topics that I discuss with consideration for the person that I'm talking about, whether
Thanks.
the person is good or bad. And there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more that I could say. There's
Come
a
on,
lot
then.
more that I will discuss later on. I just don't
Oh.
feel like it's been the time to do it.
Why?
This
What do you
podcast
mean the
really
time to do it? You're talking about it now. Why is it not the time now?
came out of the inspiration for
No,
this
we do it.
podcast.
We do agree. We do agree on Scott, on that, Scott. Well, if there's more to come, just do it now. We want to know now, Simmer. We do. Me and Scott want to know now.
Really came out of the fact that I'd read Tosha's recent community post and we'd had a talk. One of the things that we discussed, and it's out in the open, I can pretend that it wasn't a secret conversation. One of the things that we discuss.
Wait, you're telling me that you had a community post conversation and nobody's fucking read it and cares. So now you're going to tell us what it was on your thing, like it's some
Well, she's
open
got a
secret.
community post as well.
Like, okay, tell us what you think that you said in a community post that no one read that now you want us to hear. Please do.
Mutual friend that we both have that we're no longer friends with. And like I said, I'm not in any group. So I'm not in
What?
Andy's group.
What mutual friend that you have that you're no longer friends with are you talking about? Why are we doing this in code now? We don't work for spy agencies. Just tell us what you fucking mean.
I'm not in the Rusek group. And I'm certainly not in the group that I was part of, and subsequently, I wanted no part in where Bam was going at the end.
Hell.
She was leading a path, and I didn't want to follow it.
She went to hell.
Follow the path that she was leading to, and we all see where that ended. She let.
He's not even reacting to her. He's just laughing. He's actually just laughing at her.
She allowed disdain for others to affect her very deeply, and I don't want to have anything to do with that.
She went downstairs with the devil. It was hot. It's hot. She sent me a psychic message. She says it's really fucking hot. They play super.
See, and I know about Bam was in with what she said, some vile stuff, but I wouldn't. Don't say things like this now that the woman's died. Call her out for the vile things that she said about what I've mentioned before. But the woman has died, and he's on about she's in hell now.
Super chuffer on the telly all day. She keeps commenting, but the comments never come up. Oh, it's frustrating. Been blocked again.
To like everyone, not everyone has to like me. I hope and believe, even though I've made a lot of mistakes on YouTube, in terms of people
You've made a few today in this video.
Become associated with. I hope.
See, point saying that she's made mistakes and everything. I listened to her and responded back to the things of the manipulating and things like that. I didn't see he's in her, sinner. Honestly.
Hope that I'm making better choices, and I hope that I've learned to make better choices. One of the choices that I made is
I've just realised, you know the Andrasta Wolf thing, the money that she talked about earlier? Does she think that Andrasta Wolf is Lydia? Lydia's autistic, Asperger's, in a wheelchair, through MS and does the wheelchair push that we helped her raise money for. We helped Lydia raise money for her crowdfund. So we as a group, we did that. I didn't like personally, you know, it was the group that did that.
Oh, what's happened?
Promoted it. And then Andrastawolf is not Asperger's and she's not autistic and she has five. I don't.
I'ma take that and put it with this. I'ma take this and put it with that. Take a step back, look at it. Take a step back, look at it.
You like watch this?
Yo, this color looks close to find yourself a speaker. And for those of you at home, grab the knob, turn it to the right. Whatever you do, turn up the sound. Oh, wait a minute. And let your soul run free. Yeah.
So this is what he does. This is what he does. His React to Simcast is to not his real nasty Val, but it's still controlling. ABC still like controlling, and he didn't like that the thing that she best part of his stream, the adverts. he didn't like saying that he was controlling or anything like that. He didn't have a proper opinion on it. He just said,
Hearing really,
I
isn't it?
don't like that.
Like read between the lines. She doesn't want all the drama. She doesn't want all the problems. Where did the problems come from? Andy and all those people were talking to her in the chat and she was talking to them and I said that was bad. I'm the problem. I'm too controlling. Not really. I just got my boundaries and I stepped away. So the reality is that we would have done the interview and we would have had no drama if Andy and all those fuckers hadn't come and done a load of messing about in a, like, you know, deceptive, pretending to be a friend.
That's a load of bollocks, Scott. It was you writing of a love song. That's what it was. We thought there was an actual love story there. Yeah, he's no boundaries. He's no boundaries, has he? Yes, he's not. And he talks about boundaries. We weren't trying to get in Simmy's head that thing because Simmy makes her own mind up about you. So you fuck that up for yourself, Scott. Not me. Not Andy and Marlot, like you keep saying. We thought there was where you were speaking about Simmy and doing her songs and saying that you liked her, and it was a genuine. He actually found love on the internet. But then you got control and they said, oh, if she was talking to me, I can't be a friend if you're talking to her. So childish, so pathetic. Like even she says herself, you can't get along with everybody, you can't like everybody. If Simmer likes me, fair enough, she likes me. If she likes you, fair enough, she likes you. You can't tell her, oh, you have to choose. You have to choose between who you watch and who you talk to. Get out your car seat, your child car seat. We've seen, and that's proof. We've seen proof of that, Scott. That's not a lie. You sit in kiddies' car seats.
I'm going to eat your food. I'm going to cook your food like you. I'm your big friend. You know, like fake friend.
Or my husband likes fucking salmon. That's what all it boiled down to. And I get a fresh fish delivery on a Tuesday. So after I'd seen one of her recipes, so I said, well, I'll do this. And that was genuine. That weren't trying to be a friend. Because being a friend was stop doing the Scottcast, which I did because I didn't want to drag her into any of this. So use the ass, Scott.
Friends shit. That was the drama. That's what it attracted. And that's what she doesn't want. The bullying and the drama. So she won't do the interview with me. But it's not coming from me. Like, it's coming from them. I can read between the lines there and see what she means. I understand it. I see it from her end there. Yeah. If she starts coming on my show, she'll get a load of shit from all of them, won't she?
No, she won't. See, that's the point. No, she won't. That is pure projection. She never wanted to come on your show, Scott. She never wanted to. If you read between the lines proper, she never wanted to. You asked her and she didn't want to. Get a grip. Because Simmy's got a mind of her own. And even if we was nasty vile people like we said we was, I don't think she'd have actually bothered whether anybody had said anything bad about her. Because she's her own woman and she's got her own mind. But we're not like that over here. I don't want, if you have people on your shows, I don't want to attack people that come on your shows because they're nothing to do with you, Scott. Nothing to do with you. The thing I do is directed and always be directed at you, nobody else. Unless somebody else does me wrong. And then I might go that way. So you lot in chat, keep in line. I've got a tickling nose. Oh, you're a wanker's in. Hey, you're
So then she doesn't want that. And she's been really careful to say nice things about Andy all the way through this, isn't she? And I'm surprised by that because I thought that Andy was a bit of a shit. So, but actually what she's doing is she's just being really careful not to anger Andy because she doesn't want Andy to troll her. She wants to be friendly friends on YouTube.
Well, I wouldn't if Simmy got on there and was so mad at me. I wouldn't, because I like her. She's a nice, sweet lady, and she's not. I don't think Simmy's got it in her. She's another one. She likes to see the good in people. So why would she go on a stream and attack me? She's just voicing her opinion, Scott. She doesn't go on the attack like you do. Look at him. Twinny, like I'd seriously go and troll. He's a dick, innit?
With her. Like, it's like if you're friendly friends with people who you don't like and think are dangerous, then you can stay on their good side, I suppose, and you don't get the problems. Is that what we're saying?
I don't give anybody, this is the thing, I don't give, if people disagree with me in my comments, I don't give them shit. DC Prime Time's been in my comments about the Peter Falding one, and we've had a little bit of back and forth, no malice, no vileness to each other, but just having our own opinions on what we think of Peter Falding. I'm not, because she disagrees with me, I'm not searching out to find DC Primetime to go and troll her, am I? She's coming under the comments and voicing her opinion on a stream, what I've done. So if I were that kind of, I'd be like, DC Primetime, wouldn't I? Which I'm not. Anyway, hi DC. We do have difference of opinions on the Peter Falding thing, and that's fine. It is. You see it one way, I see it another. And it's healthy to have difference of opinions and have a debate. Unlike about not like nasty back and forth, but a back and forth conversation of not everybody's the same in the world, are they? Oh, thank you, Peter. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. Oh, it's 11. Oh, you can't see it. I can't see it above my head. I can see it here, though. Peter sent me see. How did you find that lemon? See, Peter's calling me a lemon, and I laugh at it. Oh, that's so sweet, that. Thank you. It's 11. Oh, God. Lots of lemons, lots of lemons. Is there lots of lemon stickers? Is there? Oh, that's good, that, innit? Citrus style. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That lemon's tickling me now. See, I just laugh at everything.
because I don't do that shit. I'm just like, if you're a fuckhead, I'm just going to say you're a fuckhead, and like you just have to be a fuckhead, and I have to say it. I'm not going to pretend to friendly friends with the fuckhead so they don't attack me. Like, that seems weird.
See, well, I don't do that, Scott. I don't be friendly friends with you because I know you're a wrong un in more ways than one. Hey, Marcus.
Even if they ask me, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to get involved in that way. I can watch from afar. I can admire from afar.
Thanks.
But I don't need to be all up in someone's grill.
All up in my grill. I just want you to come on a Discord call and talk about the past. Like, so this is how it would go. Simcast is on the show tonight, everyone. Everyone say hello to Simcast. And she would say, like, hello, everyone. And I'd do the little sound check. I'd say, you know, so.
Hey, Super Bluffer. Oh, thank you, Twitter. He's still waiting for his... Still waiting for my kisses from David. Kisses all round from David.
You've been, like, would have talked about it before, like about where the parameters are, like whether I ask her about, you know, are you brought up in London, are you? And you know, you're from that area, or does she not want to ever dox herself and go anywhere near that? Or do you know what I mean? Like, chat aside at the start, let's get into it then. Because usually you say, like, you know, you're from the UK, or you know, like, you know.
Hey, Mistress. He comes across as I think that's what he's doing, Mr. S. Were a while back. What his initial thing was, he used to pull for thumbnails. Just let me flip back to that. See these thumbnails here. You said there was. Oh, thank you, PC. Thank you, Anna. 2/3, doesn't it, Scott? Yeah, he used to say that thumbnails was a bit too much going on them, and that he used to pull her for that, and then he took what he come across as like a bit of a shan to her, and then he wrote a song about her that he loved her, and then he wanted it to come on stream, and now he's saying that she's not going on stream because of me, which is a lot of bollocks.
How did you get into, you know, whatever, you know, if it's a guest, you know, you sort of start with your general background, you know. So, you know, you were brought up in the West Midlands and you went to you know, you find out a little bit about your guest and you say something, and then you say, and that took you into like archaeology, didn't it? And then, you know, they sort of say a bit, and then we go, okay, and so the big dig you did, you know, you do that little preamble, but I don't know if we'd want to do that because it's the internet, privacy and all those sort of things. So maybe we don't do that. We just talk generally, you know, about like, you know, so, you know, you're famous for some of the, before we get into the podcast crime and stuff, tell me about what you had for dinner today, because you're famous for also doing a bit of cooking. And like, you know, you should tell me a bit of chit chat. We get set the sort of, you know, easy chit chat vibe.
Is this the stream he wants to do with her?
Going, and then I'd say, so tell me about the podcast. You started looking into crime and true crime. What was the first true crime thing you looked at on the internet, and how did you get into it? And from there, I would then ask questions about, like, you know, when did you find Alan? What was Alan's content like in the early days? Bin Bin's name will come up at some point, and I'll.
Do you guys want to find out about Alan? This is why he wants you on, Timmer, for your opinions on Alan.
Say, let's just pinboard Bin Bin for a little bit. We'll delve into the Bin Bin story, you know, because it's a big chapter, isn't it, in a way? But tell me more about this, like, you know, whatever we're talking about, the Alan and that, and, you know, we'll talk all that through and, you know, have a chit chat, because there's things I don't know. I don't know about who was like started what and when he was good and when he turned, and, you know, she knows all on it. So we'll talk about that. You know,
So that's the point. The main thing he wants to get Timmy on because he wants information about Alan. That's all. And he's pissed now because he's thinking that she's not going on because of me, and he can't get information because all he wants to do is just go on the internet on Battery Exhausted and just keep bashing at Alan. That's all. That's his laugh now. Constant. I mean, I know I come on here a couple of times a week, so it's not a lot, is it, compared to what Nobed does?
be the Rusick stuff. It'd be sensitive and, you know, maybe a little bit, you know, it's kind of like you have to be careful and sensitive about talking about that, don't you? Because it is a real tragedy, you know. And then we'd move out from that and into some of the more funny things that Alan has done over the years. I'd probably ask her
It's
about.
all Alan. It's all Alan. He's not interested in her and what she does in a podcast and things like that. That's why he wanted DC Primetime in his Discord. This is why he says one of his reasons was the unmodding shit was something to do with DC Primetime when she come in Discord. But he wanted her in there because she kept saying she got information on Alan. And that's what he was clinging hold of. And she didn't have any information on about Alan. Did you, DC? You didn't. But that's, like I said, that's one of these things about the Discord thing, something to do with DC coming in. But he wanted her in there just to get information off her about Alan, nothing else. And now you want Simcast on his stream to get information about Alan. It all revolves around Alan all the time.
You know, tell me some of your favourite Alan moments and stuff like that. And then I'd say, so like obviously Bin, you know, came up earlier, and like you're a big friend of hers. How did you get to meet her, and like what was her content like? And like, you know, we'd have a talk about that, wouldn't we? And then like, because they're different sides to the same sort of story of like what was going on in this world of true crime, Kramer, Alan.
Yeah, there's different sides to every story, Scott, and your side's full of lies. Everything that comes out your mouth about me is lies, just lies and lies. More like you're just a liar because you want to make yourself look the injured party, and you're not. You're far from it. You're a liar, a manipulator, and a narcissist. And it's about time people open their eyes to it. So that's why I keep doing what I'm doing.
I'm mainly focused on Alan, aren't I?
Yeah.
You know, and the satellite world around him and what's going on. And then I suppose we'd move through into the now and how YouTube has changed over the years and what's your perspective, because you've been on YouTube a few years now, haven't you? And like, you know, what's your perspective on the new true crime podcasts and what's going on there? Like, we don't have to delve into any particular case necessarily, but if she wants, I could say, you know, and the Rusick thing and all that, you know, it's resolutions happen now, isn't it? But some people still think that there's, you know, untold stories on the table. What's your thoughts on that? You know, and we could have a little, you know, talk about that, you know, and then on into the future, what do you intend to do with the channel, and, you know, what's your next couple of videos going to be about? Thank you very much, Simcast. It's been great talking to you. Like, I don't know why that's a problem. I just don't understand why it's like a big issue, you know. But apparently it would be, and she'd get hella trolling, so she can't get up in my grill.
She won't get any trolling. She won't get any trolling whatsoever, because people like Simcast. And I can't see people just trolling her because she goes on his channel. So it's a choice she's made of just not to go on the channel.
But anyway, I've laid it all out there again. I've kept asking her. Maybe she just likes the fact that I'm asking her. But as she's told me to stop, I will stop. Like, this reaction is this one. Next time I react to her, I'm never ever going to ask her to be on the show again. Never. Like, she's told me not to. I will stop. Yeah, I'm not controlling and I'm not stalking her. I'm not trying to ask her to be on my show all the time. I talk about it in reacts like this. Yeah, so I'm not going to ever do that again, because I don't want her to come on the next one and say he keeps. Like, the next thing she'll say is I'm fucking harassing her because she won't come on my show or something.
Because you probably are, and now you're giving it out there first. It probably is harassing her. Every chance he gets to say, come on my stream.
All I was doing was offering that olive branch of, like, because there's others. There's Tosha. She's friends with Tosha. I don't think Tosha really likes me that much. Val, I've already talked about in the past. I wanted to get her on the show, but when I put my willy in Alan's mouth, that was a problem, and then she didn't want to come on the show. So, you know, there's other people I've asked and would be interested in, and I will continue to, if I bump up against them on the streets of YouTube, interesting people that maybe are this Alan story.
See, Alan again. He's nothing else. Move away from Alan. Find some proper content, something people are interested in. The world's a big place, Scott. There's a lot of what can we say? A lot of world news, whatever. Try watching a bit of news for once and giving your opinion on what's going on. You said mainstream media is a lot of bollocks, like your BBC, your RTV, your GB News, and all that lot. Why don't you do streams and kind to react on them and say, have your opinion on that, what they're saying on the news? Do something like that. Pick a topic. Come on a stream, pick a topic, what's been on in the news that day, and talk about it. If the mainstream media is not talking about it properly, how you think it should be spoke about, on what they're adding, because they're only allowed to report certain things, they can't. Obviously, they're under a big umbrella of what they can say and what they can't say. You, as a YouTuber, have free speech, so do that. Pick a topic that's going on in the world and talk about that. Have your opinion on that, and stop doing Alan. Stop calling Alan a nonce.
Why not? Maybe Martin Dean can come on one day and tell me all about it. Like,
About Alan. Martin Dean again. About Alan.
why not? I just don't see it as a big issue. And because she's got an actual channel where she's talking about these things on a regular basis, like, that's where I was interested in doing that. Also, she's lovely, isn't she? And she's nice, but I'm not going to get romantically involved with someone that I've never talked to ever. So maybe we could just start by doing a podcast. Anyway.
What's the other thing? And there is more.
Was that for a kiss on his cheek? he's not going to get romantically involved with somebody he's never ever spoke to. But yet he was writing a love songs and trying to make her feel special. That's manipulation, that, isn't it? Always, because he knows she does like the Mills and Boone. She does like the romantic side of it, and he knew what to do. He knew how to get to her, which was, I'll write a little romantic song to her and get her on side. And now he doesn't want to be romantically involved with somebody that he's never spoke to, yet writes her a love song.
More to come. I do have a lot of opinions on the things that Andy did, and I think.
Listen, if they're negative opinions, I wish you'd have shared them in this video, because you've made me look pretty fucking weird, but you've made her look like a saint.
No, she's not. She's called me bitter. She said I'm bitter. That's not making me look like a saint. She's just saying she couldn't see my point of view as well. Certainly a saint, Scott. Fucking hell.
I think she realizes that she really made probably not the best choice to do things the way she did. And what you're seeing is she's definitely holding on to some kind of resentment where Scott is concerned. But she has the right to feel the way she does. I'm not going to ever tell her how she should feel. She has a right to feel the way that she does. And I can understand how she may have felt played by him. And it's very possible that she was. And I think she played the game.
No, she was trying to play me, so I cut her out like fucking disease.
Look at that face. I was playing him, really. He's just pathetic, innit? Look at his face.
No. Sending me nude messages. Like, no.
What you asked for?
No. What would I want to play her? How would I want to, what do I gain out of her? She's someone who I didn't want as a mod that had to petition to become a mod.
Lies.
Like, this is silly. Silly.
She played into his game, maybe. Maybe that's what she did do when she realized that she was fooled.
Simcast, she's still playing games now.
think also
It's all fun and games.
I'm not saying anything like negative on either side, but sometimes we trust.
You're saying negative things about me through the prism of Andy's got every right to feel how she feels. Andy's right to do this. Andy's right. And then she did some videos, and maybe they're a little bit this and that. But Andy's you're doing negative things about me, but you're not saying them explicitly and overtly. You're sort of clouding them and cloaking them in this other stuff.
People too much that
She's not. She's just speaking. Let the woman speak her mind.
we meet online, and sometimes we have to make better choices. Sometimes we have to make better choices in how we deal with things, and that includes.
I'm playing. I'm playing rounders, John. That's the game. That's the game I'm playing. I don't know what game. Can somebody tell me what game it is? This. Oh. Yeah, Twinner. I think he might actually start ripping into her. I haven't, like I say, I've not seen this, so he might just do that. We should play golf.
It's myself.
You were Bam Bam's big friend for fucking years, you nutter.
See? Oh, he's turning. He's calling her a nutter now.
Like, what the fuck are you going on about? I think you might be attracted to Andy because she's the new Bin Bin. Is that what it is?
I don't always make the right choices. I've made mistakes, and I acknowledge that.
Yeah. Track record.
I'm no saint. I'm not completely, I'm no angel. I never have pretended to be one. I've gotten involved in drama that I shouldn't have gotten involved in, and I tried to learn from my.
I specifically asked you to stay out of the drama so that we could talk.
See, no, Scott. You told her. You was telling her to stay out the drama. She weren't even in the drama. You was saying who she could and couldn't talk to, and you don't like it that it's another woman with a mind of her own, and has her own opinions and her own views. What you want to do now is control what she thinks and what she says.
That was the reason I didn't want you to talk to those people in your comments, because they were coming to cause problems. So it looked fucking weird to me, and I was like, if that's gonna. Why do I have to repeat myself? Because I'm controlling.
Yeah.
So they don't happen again. And I
yeah, exactly, Miss Bitch. He told her. Yeah. He didn't just ask you. He didn't just say, Simmy, you don't mind not speaking to him. We'll get this stream out way and then do whatever you want. But I don't want you to get dragged into all this. No, he told her not to. I told you not to, Simmy.
Like Andy has learned that, she may have liked Scott in the beginning, but she probably gave too much.
She liked me all the way up to the point when I blocked her and said, please don't come back. Yeah. So I think she probably still likes me, but she's got a chip on her shoulder that I blocked her and she can't come back.
No, I just... You attacked me, so I just blocked you on everything because you was attacking me. You prick. so sad, isn't it? You started attacking me because I left the lines of communication open, and then as soon as you started attacking me, I blocked you because that's what you do. You block negativity out your life. So I blocked you, so you couldn't send me any messages behind any scenes to do anything. And now you're saying you put the boundaries up and block me. Well, no, Scott. I'd already gone on every platform and blocked you on everything. Because I didn't want to partake in anything you was doing. I wanted to do this and call you out for what you are.
Like all the other people in my chat, they were all there. They still like me. I didn't block them and ask them to not come back. So they're all still here. But the ones that I blocked and said, you can't come back.
But he's never said he's blocked anybody and said they can't come back. Never said it. Never said you're blocked, you're blocked, you're blocked. I just didn't go in his chat. I didn't watch him. I didn't entertain anything they were doing, and I blocked, like I say, I blocked every platform. So he couldn't say you're blocked and you're not coming back because I weren't even fucking there.
They're not here anymore. But it's not because they didn't like me. I actually believe, to be honest, a couple of them, Andy and another one, I've got a fortune teller coming through. I've got a fortune coming through. A couple of them, they didn't like me from the start because their politics are actually opposite to mine.
What's politics? See, this is another thing. What's politics got to do with anything, whether you like somebody or not? You can't bring politics into it. And I don't do politics, for one thing. So the politics can't be anything. We probably have different points of view on things, but it's nothing to do with politics. It's just, hey, Annabelle, it's just how I see things.
So that's weird to me, is to come into my chat, come into my streams and be like, oh, I'm your big friend. Oh, that's all good. But secretly think, oh, I totally disagree with him on all this stuff. And I'm never going to say.
And I didn't know what his politics or any of his thoughts and opinions was on anything when he was doing Nicola Bully when I was originally watching him. So how could I, that he was a lefty limp lettuce?
Say it. I'm just going to keep it secret to everybody, Now, that's weird to me. But so, yeah, maybe that. Because they must have been getting eggy sometimes and just not telling me, They must have been completely disagreeing with things I was saying and just keeping it quiet.
No, because when I disagree with something you're saying, that the Peter Folding stuff and you attacking people, I sent you a voice note. I said it to you. I didn't go round and tell everybody else what I was thinking about you or my thoughts on you or anything like that. I didn't discuss it with anybody else. I discussed it with you, Scott. I sent you a voice note, a private voice note. Because that's what people do. They have an adult conversation.
But yeah, like, this is fucked up and weird, It's fucked up and weird. I blocked them quietly. She even said it herself. Like, she described the process, and then she's like, but yeah. So I agree with what you're saying in a way. Yeah, but they pretended to like me. I think Andy pretended to like me.
So he's gone from I liked him to I didn't like him to I pretended I liked him to I didn't like him. Which was it, Scott? Did I like you? Did I not like you? Well, I'll tell you straight. I did genuinely like you. Genuinely like you until you attacked me. And then I stopped liking you. There you go. That's it. Simple. Very simple.
That she could be in the group. That's what I think she did. And I don't think she really liked me. Because she was like rude about me and rude to me. And like pushing little boundaries about like, oh, you have to take a joke, but actually I'm going to be quite rude to you and stuff like that. I got that vibe. So I was aware of her and I got rid of her. Yeah.
He's full of shit. I was never rude to him. You don't, if you want to be friends with somebody, you're not rude to them, are you? It's so pathetic, honestly.
I think I'm quite happy in thinking what I think, and Simcast's read on the situation is totally fucking whacked out of fucking whack.
She probably gave too much of herself, as far as I'm concerned. Literally.
What do you mean? I don't talk to them. Like not because we fell out, but when they were in the Discord, they have their mods group. I come in sometimes. Like, I'm not like DMing them and like, back and forth and this and that. Me and Dover and Dolly's mom, okay, I think I am a bit more now. Like, she's like, she's, we've gone through all this fucking process. I do talk to Dover.
See, that's another thing, Scott. If you've got mods that you had in your Discord like that and a mod group and you was asking people, mods to do things and you're not mind doing this, like, downloading some of Luke's stuff, what you thought he might delete, which I did for you. You have to have some sort of conversation with them. I mean, all my art mods in here, I talk to you on a daily basis. But if you're going to do streams like you do, and you're interacting with people in your chat and things like that, you've got to have some sort of connection. You can't just go in mod room and say, "Oh, can you just have a look at this, or do this, or do that," and then like fuck off, and there's no appreciation or anything like that.
And Dolly's mum a bit more, yeah. I encourage that actually, because if you want to talk to me, you can talk to her and she can relay information like, you know, like a message to me instead of me having to talk to everyone else in DMs. Like I think that actually kind of works. But that's a good buffer as well, because I'm not like, I think this is really fucking weird again. Like it's like, I think maybe she perceives it in the way that she would interact with people, maybe, and she doesn't understand the way I interact with people because like
You don't interact with people, Scott. That's the problem. You don't interact. You won't do this, like I said, the streaming. What you do? Well, you're talking to. Well, you're basically talking down to people. That's what you're doing. But I want to talk to people in my chat. Well, you've got this. You want to come across as you're friendly and, oh, look at me, come and watch me on my stream. But I don't want to speak to anybody. But you want to make it look like that's what you do. Because when you first started doing that Nicola Bully, you used to catch the first, 10 names or something like that and say hi to everybody. Or you pick a comment out what somebody made and you'd have a conversation with them. You don't do none of that now. You stop doing it. You started ignoring people. The thing he doesn't get is me doing this now with you lot. I see it from both sides now. I see it as I'm sat in your living room talking to you personally. Because that's how when Scott used to do a stream, when he used to talk like this, talking into camera now, it's like it's weird, really, if you think about it. It's like he was actually, and it's not just me that thinks this, because other people have said it as well. It's like he's actually sat there talking to you. So you do feel like this type of, not connection, but like you sat in a pub chatting with a friend type of vibe. And that's how I want my streams. I want you to feel like I'm talking to you a lot. I am. But then he did that, but then he started pushing like people away. Like him saying, well, I'm this big YouTuber, I need boundaries, I need bodyguards. Because I'm this big, I am. He got too much up his own arse. That's what he did. He thought he was wonderful and it's something special. When at the end of the day, you're a fucking YouTuber, Scott. And a not very good one lately.
Interacted. But I would interact with her differently to the way I would interact with those other people. Oh, fucking hell.
But she probably gave too much.
She gave too much. Well, she did tip me pretending to be like Paul Ansel and Emma White and people like that.
No, I didn't. I tipped you in my own name. Prick.
But no, like she gave too much. Of what? Her time enjoying the show? She had to petition to become a mod, and in becoming...
I didn't have to petition to become a mod. I asked her who was modding on the Super Chuffy channel. Because you've been having a few problems with trolls and things like that. And Sarah had left. And that's all I said. Because I genuinely got you back. Because I didn't want you getting trolled. And that's how the conversation come up. I never asked. Pillock.
A mod, what she had to do was sometimes ban people from chat if they said really rude things about other people. And same on the Discord, I suppose. Although she
I weren't a mod in Discord either.
was one of the people that I had to ban for being rude. So that was a problem.
You didn't ban me in Discord for being rude. I left. See? Lies. Lies again.
But other than that, like she didn't have to do anything. She had to give
I had to sit there and watch you for 8 hours. Because I felt... Because you give me that... that trust. Which I took... See, I did take it seriously. to give somebody a spanner, you're trusting them with your stream as well. You're trusting them with people in chat. You're trusting for back and forth banter in chat. From to be nice to, if anything does kick off, they calm down or anything like that. At that time, with the Nicola Bully and the Alan, you was giving a lot of people in chat. You were getting a lot of trolls of Alan's. So I took it to having a laugh and a joke in the chat with people that was in. Making sure there's none of Alan's trolls coming in. Making sure everybody did get on. If there was anything, any back and forth. You know what I mean? Sorting things like that out. But then you felt like you had to be there for the full 6 hour, 8 hours, whatever streams he was doing. Because he'd entrusted you to do, basically to do a job. And I did take it seriously because I knew this fella wanted to build his channel. And I thought he was going places. And I thought, well, if I can be a part of that and help him in that way to make sure his chat's fun and everybody's enjoying themselves, just be a friend and be there for him. But then he ends up a complete cock.
Me anything. I don't expect anything. I'm not controlling anyone. She gave too much. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, 8 hours a day for 6, 7 months. That's what I gave. Like the others here.
She probably gave too much of herself, as far as I'm concerned. Literally, she gave too much of herself.
Simmy's laughing about the boob pictures. Simmy's having a laugh about it. Simmy laughs about it.
She sent me naked pictures. How would you feel if I modded for you and then I just sent you like a dick pic, maybe?
No, because I'd sent them boob pics before I was a mod. See, that's what I'd done. I'd sent them before any of it. And then when you made me as mod, I stopped. Because it was inappropriate, I thought, being a mod and doing that. And the other pictures I did was with the mugs. Promoting these mugs on Twitter. Because there was, obviously, like I say, I did take the modding seriously, and there was a boundary that you had to put there where I thought sending inappropriate pictures of boobs is a bit thingy. No, I'm a mod, so I didn't do it.
On the old Twitter, just unsolicited, just here's a picture of me with my, how would you feel? Well, you might like it. I don't know. I'm not being a chauvinist and misogynist here. I think that it might count as being like, what's the word, sexual harassment or something. And I think you might feel quite uncomfortable because that's how I felt. So I didn't really know how to respond. So
you responded with, can you send me a picture I have a wank? That's what you responded with. So I don't think it was sexual harassment in any way, shape or form.
Responded in a sort of politely kind, like positive way, thinking she's going to feel upset if I say, don't send me any more of these pictures and leave me alone. Like she's going to think, oh no, I'm ugly and I'm old and he doesn't.
No, you asked for the pictures, and if you wanted them to stop, you could have just said, it's a bit inappropriate, this. There's a boundary. I put the boundary there when you made me a mod of not sending them.
Like me, and then it's going to kick off all this fucking fuss. So I was just like, yeah, thumbs up emoji.
No. Wank emoji you send a picture for having an app.
Squirty face emoji, like hearty face emoji or something. Just leave me the fuck alone emoji. And then like more of it came and I ignored it for a bit. Yeah. We'll stop talking about this. I think this is silly now.
I think she really does feel like she was, she probably feels, she was played quite a bit, and she's reacting to the fact that she was played. So she's playing the game back at him.
I don't know what's happening.
I think that is what I see that's happening, and there's a lot more that I could say, and I will say that later.
Fucking hell.
But that's exactly what I see happening.
If only she talked to me, I could tell her a little bit more, because that's not what's happening at all. Weird.
The Dollar, you're a liar. You can vouch that 90% of his talking to mods all happened in the mods room. Or the talking that he had with us all. That's why we did the mod room, so if there was anything, it was all there in one room. So, so you're not a liar. Sorry, I take that back. I apologise. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, you can. I can vouch for that. 90% of his talking was in the mod room, so we could all. He didn't have hot message it like he says individual. It was all there, and we could all see it.
Which is not married, Marg, no, and I don't think we should bring in people's like personal, like those people on that side of the fence have brought in my family and other people like personal to me and all sorts of stuff, like friends of mine, their wives, people I know that have died, like they brought up all sorts of stuff, and I like literally think that's over the line. So I won't be bringing up Andy's like personal life, like tragedies she's faced, and I won't be like, you know, throwing anything like that around. Like,
didn't you say that my husband had been in prison and was a grass? Didn't you say that, Scott? Weren't that personal? Weren't that my personal life? Didn't you do that on a stream once, which I've got a clip of? But yet you don't talk about my personal life, but you just tell people that my husband was locked up and is some sort of grass or something.
in fact, I don't throw anything around about her at all, do I? I just never ever do a show about her, really. Like, her name's come up a little bit here, and yesterday I laughed at the thing that she was laughing at, but like, I don't really like go in for talking about her, do I?
No, you don't, because the simple reason you don't go in for talking about me, Scott, is because you know everything I'm saying is true. And you can't stream one of my streams and react to it because you know I'm telling the truth. And you know that you're the liar. And you know that you can't defend it. That's why you don't do it, Scott.
Like, I called her the clam. Well, no, I didn't. She called herself the clam. I was watching a video and there was a clam on it, and I said, that reminds me of someone. And then she said, I'm the clam. That's me. I'm the clam. Me. So.
Because that's what you was on about, saying I got a big fanner. He was watching a stream with a great big massive clam on like that, and they was opening it. And when they opened it, it looked like a vagina. This clam. And he said, we know somebody who's got a fannis like that. After he'd just been talking about me. So, who was it aiming it at? Me. I weren't going, no, it's me. It's just been talking about me. And then showed this clam video. He's a prick, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really. But
and any of you lot out his chat that could watch this, even if you do, you can't deny. You was all in streams when he was doing it.
This whole fucking
and now you watch it and he's saying he's twisted it again. You've got to see what a fucking liar he is. Spinning
of a narrative that Simcast has done is insanity. And she even cited some of the moments that, like, you know, added up in her mind to what she thought was happening. And it sounds like fucking lunacy. Like real lunacy, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, I know you didn't mean it like that, but, you know, what do you want me to do? Like, respond and start talking about it and then not give that disclaimer, you know? I'll just give the disclaimer first and then I don't want to talk about it. How about that? It's all right. I'm not being bad about you, but, like, yeah. Like, Simcast's video is like a fabrication or a, there's another word for it. Like a fantasy. Like, it reminded me of someone who writes like crime fiction novels or something, like, you know, taking a few pieces of information then spinning them into a story like that. It's a bit Alan-y in a way, isn't it? Like,
see that there? Obviously for views, but calling her a bit snobber. These are people in his chat now. What? If Simcast wants an opinion on it, she can have an opinion on it. It's nothing to do with her. It has got something to do with her. Because Scott's been trying to get her on show, so it has got something to do with her.
it's kind of weird because, you know, obviously the story's about me and, like, she mentioned me in it, but I feel like I'm a character in her story. So, like, you know, it's kind of weird hearing her sort of like perception on it, if that's what it really is. Like, why doesn't she want to like talk to me before she says things like that? I suppose because she feels things like that, maybe.
I don't know how this keeps going in and out of or going over there to chat. I've not a clue. Oh, they're going zooming in on the controlling bit. Well, he is
She
controlling.
doesn't. It's not a stream. She just drops videos, and that video's had 68 views. So it's not going to be lots of people watch it. But I just like, you know, the reality of this is that there's a very small niche. Like, you know, in YouTube, there's like niches. Like the true crime world, for example, is like a bucket that you can put all the channels in. Yeah, true crime world. But within that, there'll be Chris Watts' true crime world. Yeah, maybe a bit more is like its own separate niche. So you're taking a niche, the true crime niche, and then you're creating another niche within it. And some people within that think this and this. And you create smaller and smaller little buckets until you get down to like a collection of people, and they're together because of whatever they've gone through on YouTube. But YouTube algorithmically is never going to suggest new people to their group. It's never going to sort of help their group to grow. Like, it allows them to.
No, he's not going to help people. Like I said, because I'm not bothered about it. I like all these lot in chat. They come here for a laugh. My streams are not necessarily found to reach out to a wider audience, because they wouldn't get this what I'm doing, because they probably don't know anything about Scott. If I wanted to reach out and do a wider audience, I'd stream about other things, but I don't. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I stream about on here. But for him, he wants to grow his channel and get 100,000 subs to get that little play button thing to get. And he's doing Alan content to do that. Go on, Scott. Yeah. You're gonna get there. Seriously. And he's jumped from just let me check. Yeah, I've had enough of that now. We know what he thinks of we know what he thinks of that anyway. He's jumped from, just let me check. Let me get my stats. Got my stats. He's jumped from 1,000 to 2,000 subs on Twitch. How's he done that? Buying them. Been buying them, Scott. Now you accuse everybody else of buying them. Overnight. And so if that's not buying subs, getting 1,000 subs overnight, I don't know what is. I'm just having a look, see if there's anything in here what I can. No. I think that's it for tonight, guys. It's been over 2 hours. I'll find something fun. We'll do something fun tomorrow night. We'll have a we'll cleanse ourselves of we'll cleanse ourselves. Yeah, Slinky, you do your songs and your content because you enjoy doing it, and your songs are good. Your songs are good. I'm just going now, Star. Yeah, get the sage out now, twinner. Hang on, get it. Do you light it, don't you? I'll waft it round. Just cleanse it. cleanse all my monitors and everything. We've just been reacting to Simcast and no bed. Yeah. They've just gone. Yeah, he is jealous and Sim says I'm bitter, but he is just jealous and bitter. You can see in his face when he says things. It's like, you know what I mean? It like I said, mine's mainly for laughs. I know he does wind me up a little bit sometimes, but it won't fucking pop up some days in winter. It's the flip flopping, you know what I mean? The changing the stories, the flip flopping. And like I say, if his subs can't see him flip flopping, and they're delusional as well. Simple as. They're deluded. And for Dolly to sit by knowing exactly what had gone on and not say anything because she doesn't want to have a difference of opinion to him. What's that say about her? Because if it was opposite way about and I was still the mod and I knew exactly what had gone on, I'd be telling her, hang on a minute, Scott, that's not what happened. But she doesn't. She sits back quietly, letting him do it. So what sort of a person is that? Somebody who doesn't want to voice their own opinion because she doesn't want to get on his bad side. Because she knows what his bad side is, which is this, what he does to me. Because I voice and have an opinion. Right, guys. I'm gonna go now. And like I said, if my mouth won't say it, my face will. So I've lost my little. Wait, see ya. I've lost my little finger. I've lost that. Oh, it's on that one. I'm trying to find my stop button. I'd lost my stop button then. Yeah. Yeah, she is, Susan, she's a lapdog. That's what she is. And in a way it's a bit sad really not being able to have your own opinion into frightened of disagreeing in case you get shunned. Which is not healthy. Where in here you all have who's Fergie the ferret? Because you always remember that Scott's always on the loop. Like what we have in my trousers, Fergie the ferret. Now, Mr. S. Yeah, it's a sad world if we're frightened of giving our opinion to somebody just in case they disagree with you and then they shun you from the community. Where you're all entitled to your own opinion in here and you won't get shunned so long as it's not a bit, you know what I mean, over the line. We don't do actually over the line stuff, but you're entitled to your own opinion. Listen with your own ears and look with your own eyes, and then you get your own opinions. So that's what I recommend to everybody and anybody. Yeah, guys. Much love to y'all. Bye, guys.